Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how we can connect a Node and Express application to MySQL database. Just make sure you have Node installed on your local machine. If not, please download it right now. I'll put the link in the description below. And one more dependency, MySQL Workbench. Just make sure I have MySQL installed on your machine. If not, please, you can download it from this website. This is the installer. Once you download the installer, execute the installer, and then just make sure you check you check the dependency checkboxes, the necessary ones actually. Let's now look at our code. So here I have Visual Studio Code opened in my directory, and don't worry if your directory doesn't look like this. You can just open your terminal by hitting Command J or come to this View tab and then Terminal. Then just initialize the package JSON npm init-y for yes. After doing that, I've already initialized mine. After clicking enter, we also need some other dependencies, which are npm install express, MySQL2, and NodeMon. Click enter. Once they are done downloading, I'm assuming you don't have them. I already have them. I've cancelled. Once they are complete downloading, you can come and check them from the package JSON log where all the dependencies are available. So we have NodeMon, MySQL2, and Express. Then NodeMon will help us to actually make live changes from the application without restarting it all the time. So just make sure you add the scripts for when initializing the application. So you can put start or dev, just like that. Make sure NodeMon, and then make sure you have the entry point file next to NodeMon. This will help us a lot. Alright, let's go back to our app. So here I have a simple application which we just require Express, and we actually put it in a variable called app, and then we actually use the middleware Express JSON to help us communicate really well with the data from the front end. And then here we just have a home endpoint, which is /API home, which is home route endpoint. And then here we listen on port 3000. So I'm assuming you already have MySQL installed on your machines. Okay, let's fire up that. So let's create our first schema. Let's name it users. Let's create our first table. We'll name this ID, int auto increment, and name, char, and password. Users. Okay, let's apply. Okay. Awesome. We're done with the database. Let's just go back to our application now. And well, let's actually we'll create a different file for to handle to work with the database to communicate with to connect Node with database. Let's actually do this. We'll name it db.js. Okay, so we'll actually we need MySQL. MySQL db to require like that. Okay, and this is open. Localhost root and username, root and password and all that. And then yeah, so that's actually so here. Don't forget to replace this with your actual database password, which you enter when you're opening your MySQL workbench. And the database name is users. Then let's just try to check the connection. Okay, db.connect. This looks okay. Error. Okay, error. Let's just actually try and awesome like that. Yeah, this should actually work. And actually, we're done with the database connection. So let's just go through this. So we require MySQL, then we actually connect MySQL using the create connection function, which has the parameters host name, the user, password, and database. So the database is the schema name, the create schema. You remember the create schema, we named it users. Then for the password, you enter the password which you entered on your database. My password was actually I won't show you my password, but yeah, assuming that's my password. So like that, then we check if the database is connected. If it's connected, we'll console log db is connected. Otherwise, the error, we'll console log the error. Yeah. So let's just go back to the app. And actually, we'll be using Postman to try and write to the database. So let's just try and use Postman. By the way, let's just start the application. npm run dev. Okay. Okay, so application is up and running. Let's just try to reach this endpoint and using Postman. Yeah, get. Let's just try and send to this endpoint. And yeah, here we already have the message home route endpoint. Let's try now to post our data to the database. And we'll be using update posts. Update posts. Okay. Okay. Update posts. Yeah. That looks okay. We'll get in a name and password from the request body, and we don't actually need to console all this. And this then let's actually create a query. Const, okay, this looks good. And then okay, this looks this is error, respond with error, else results. Yeah, this looks okay. Yeah, so let's just go through. So we'll reach this endpoint, shows us and then we just structure out the name and password from the requested body, and then we use this query to insert into users the name and the password with values that and that. Then from this function, the query function, we actually which requires a callback function with the error and results, and if error, we'll respond with the error, else we'll respond with the results. Yeah, let's not forget to import DB from the top. Okay, MySQL and DB. Okay, let's use get post. I mean, so okay, it is and body row JSON. So okay, let's try and send this. Users. Awesome. This means one file has been inserted. Okay, let's check with the database. Users, and there we go. Okay, this is good. So we managed to insert data to the database using Node.js Express and MySQL. Yeah, so that's how you connect a MySQL database to a Node application.